And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
And welcome back, everyone. With today being December the 3rd, but my first day back in the studio since the end of November, I wanted to recap the November snow report. And we saw some beneficial snow here into parts of southern Colorado. The Springs, 3 inches above the average monthly total, topping out at 7.4 inches. And at the Pueblo Airport, coming in right on the nose of average, right there at 4.1 inches, thanks to that late month storm. Now let's look ahead to December. It's typically one of the coldest months of the year here in southern Colorado. We average highs in the mid to upper 40s, our lows all the way down to the 15.9 range here in Pueblo, right around 18.7 degrees for the average low in the Springs. As for snowfall, this is one of the snowier months of the year at the Pueblo Airport. It's the 3rd snowiest, but for the Springs, 4.1 inches is actually the 6th snowiest. That comes behind January, February, March, and April, as well as November. So December can be a little bit dry. It can also be pretty wet, especially for the mountain areas. It's exactly what we've been able to see here at Monarch. Thanks to an abundance of snowfall over the past couple of days, the resort has begun spinning its lifts as of Thursday of last week. Excited to get out there myself, and in fact, we'll have more on Monarch coming up with my latest adventure during the next segment. Right now in the Springs, we're at 40 degrees under mostly cloudy skies on this Saturday afternoon, looking festive and chilly at the Riverwalk in Pueblo. Not the hot chillies, but of course chilly cold. 41 degrees the current temperature, whereas Canyon City, you're sitting in the upper 30s. Now the clouds will stick around overnight and into tomorrow morning as again some snow winds down the mountains and it picks back up as we head towards Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. Most of that is going to stay along and west of the Continental Divide. Not really concerned for much of that snow to reach us here into the southeastern mountains. Certainly not for the plains, but temperatures will be warmer than what we saw today. Back to near average, if not just a little bit above it. Warming to near 50 in the Springs and all the way up to around 54 in Pueblo. Now we have a pretty active jet stream pattern over the next week, but it's mostly a west to east flow. We call that a zonal flow. What it typically does is it favors the mountain areas with snow. So we'll continue to add to those bases out at the ski areas with periods of mountain snow for about the next 5 to 7 days. Unfortunately for the plains, dry weather with some occasional breezes. Thankfully, not looking at any big significant windstorm like what we saw back on Thursday and Friday. Let's show you the snowfall potential here through the weekend. Some areas like Vail, Steamboat could see 2 to 4 inches, lesser amounts around Breck and Winter Park. But I want to play this out all the way through the rest of the week. Look at Steamboat over the next 7 days, as much as 8 to 12 inches. Vail, Winter Park could see as much as 4 to 8, as well as Crested Butte coming in with around 4 to 8 inches. Overnight lows tonight, again, not as cold because of those breezes. Also, the cloud cover sort of insulates things down at the surface. Highs tomorrow with a few peaks of sunshine. I think it'll be a little bit brighter than today. It'll be about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than this afternoon. Gusty and warmer Monday. Tuesday, breezy and cooler behind the next cold front. For Pueblo, I've got 50s and 60s here over the next 7 days. Again, a fairly quiet pattern other than some occasionally breezy days, but certainly no sign of any significant winter storm. For Canyon City, we're up to 60 degrees on Monday with some sunshine, but breezes. Tuesday, still breezy to windy with a high of 53. Temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s through the end of the 7-day period. And for Woodland Park, no sign of snow here over the next 7 days, although Tuesday to Wednesday with that next front, maybe a few flurries, but Andy, doesn't look like it's anything significant enough, to add it to the 7-day at this point. Instead, just wind, seasonal temperatures.